Hey there, tech friends. If you're looking for all the latest tech news, then you've come to the right place. In this video, we'll be discussing everything from China collecting user data to the new snapshot security features. So sit back, relax, and get ready to stay up to date on all things tech. Starting us off, China could be collecting all of your data and you don't even realize. Even though ByteDance, which is based in China and owns TikTok, has said many times that it doesn't look at information about US users, it looks like the company does and can. On July 1st, TikTok confirmed that employees in China can use approval protocols to get information about US users. In a letter to 9 Republican senators, TikTok CEO Xiaozi Chu explained how the company plans to keep information about its American users separate from that of its Chinese parent company, ByteDance. This is according to the New York Times. In that letter, he said that ByteDance employees in China can only access TikTok data after going through a series of robust cybersecurity controls and authorization approval protocols that were overseen by the company's security team in the United States. The 9 Republican senators wrote to TikTok to ask about its business practices after a report from BuzzFeed News on June 17th showed that engineers in China had access to US data from at least September 2021 to January 2022. This information came from recordings of over a dozen separate statements from 9 different TikTok employees. BuzzFeed News says that in September 2021, a member of TikTok's trust and safety team said, "Everything is seen in China." One engineer in Beijing is said to have access to everything. This person is called a master admin. That means that former President Donald Trump may have been right when he said in an executive order from August 2020 that TikTok's data collection threatens to allow China access to Americans' personal and proprietary information. TikTok has said many times that it has never and will never give the Chinese government information about its US users. It seems like it will be harder and harder to be online in 2022 and still have some sense of privacy. Next, your Spotify homepage is getting a makeover. Your Spotify homepage will soon look different. This week, Spotify will add separate feeds for music and podcasts that can be found on the app's homepage. This makes it easier to find exactly what you want. Your current home feed won't change, but there will be 2 new tabs in the top left corner of the page. One is called Music, and the other is called Podcasts and Shows. With these feeds, all of Spotify's suggestions will be in one place. The Podcast and Shows feed will keep you up to date on the latest episodes of shows you follow, as well as make suggestions based on what you're listening to right now. The Music feed will have new releases and playlists based on what users like to listen to. The update is being sent out to Android users right now, and it will soon be available on iOS. Tap the Music and Podcast and Shows icon in the upper left corner of Spotify Home to use it. Then you'll be able to scroll through Spotify's handpicked suggestions just like you would on any other social media site. This news comes from ByteDance, the company that owns TikTok, filed a trademark application for TikTok Music with the US Patent and Trademark Office in May. The app could compete with Spotify, but this update shows that Spotify will keep changing and adapting to what its users want. Moving on, battery percentage is coming back to some iPhones, but it's different. A long time ago, before the notch was added to the top of Apple's iPhone screens, the status bar could show how much of the battery was left. When turned on, the battery icon would show you roughly how full your device's battery is, and the number next to it would tell you how much power is left. With the iPhone X, Apple got rid of this feature, most likely because the notch made the status bar much smaller. The battery percentage was still visible, but you had to swipe down from the top right corner to see it. Now the feature is coming back in the latest iOS developer beta, iOS 16 Beta 5, but it looks a little different. Instead of being to the left of the battery icon, the percentage number is now inside it. I haven't tried the feature yet, but it looks like the percentage is a little harder to see than before. Still, I guess it's better than nothing. Battery percentage in the status bar is an interesting feature that won't be coming to all phones. Mac Rumors says that only the following devices will get it: iPhone X, iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, iPhone 11 Pro, iPhone 11 Pro Max, iPhone 12, 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max, and iPhone 13, 13 Pro, and and 13 Pro Max. All of the iPhone mini phones, the iPhone 11 and the iPhone XR, are not included. Notably, the next iPhone 14 Pro models might not have a notch, but instead have 2 holes cut out for the front camera and Face ID sensor. This would give the status bar a little more room for icons. Since this is a developer beta, everything about the feature, including whether it's available and how it looks, could change by the time it's in an iOS release for everyone. In other related news, WhatsApp is making it easier to sneak out of groups you don't like. You know the feeling. A friend added you to a WhatsApp group for people who like knitting and hip-hop, and now you're kinda sick of the two-pop knitting memes. You decide to leave the group, but WhatsApp tells everyone that you betrayed them. There are a lot of messages of disappointment coming in. You won't be getting that Dr. Dre sweater anytime soon. All of this will change soon, though. Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Meta, said that WhatsApp is working on a feature that will let you leave a group without making noise. The Guardian says that group administrators will be told when a group leaves. This means that your group leaving won't be completely secret, but it's better than nothing. It's not the only thing that will be new. WhatsApp will also make it harder to take screenshots of view once messages. This is a feature that was taken from Snapchat, which was the first app to offer temporary messages. Always remember that this doesn't guarantee privacy because the person on the other end can always take a picture of the phone's screen. Last but not least, Zuckerberg confirmed a feature that we saw being tested in July. This feature lets users hide their online status. This means that other people won't be able to see when you used the app last. Zuckerberg said in the post, "We'll keep building new ways to protect your messages and keep them as private and secure as face-to-face conversations." The Verge says that the silent group exit and hidden online status will be added this month, and that screenshots will be stopped soon. Finally, Snapchat's new safety tool lets parents see who their kids are talking to. Family Center is a new safety feature in the Snapchat app that lets parents see who their kids are talking to without letting them see what they are saying. It's kind of like watching your kid play with his or her friend in your front yard instead of putting your ear to the door of the bedroom or stealing their mail. Family Center will let parents see their child's list of friends, see which accounts they've been talking to in the last week, and report any suspicious accounts directly to Snap. Through Family Center, teens will also be able to see how their parents see them. Unlike Instagram's Family Center, which was released earlier this year as a safety hub, Snapchat's Family Center won't let parents limit how long their kids can use the app or see how long they've been using it. Henry Turnbull, who is in charge of policy for APAC at Snap, said that both iOS and Android already have tools that let parents limit how much time their kids can spend on their phones. Snap does plan to add new features to Family Center in the future, such as more controls over content and a way for teens to let their parents know when they report content. The Family Center was made with input from families and experts on online safety. Snap says it is meant to give teens privacy while still letting their parents keep an eye on them. To use Snap's Family Center, a parent or caretaker will need to have their own Snapchat account, which most teens will find horrifying. The parents' and child's accounts must also be friends with each other for the adult to be able to invite the child to the Family Center. This means that adults can't watch kids without their permission. Even so, not every teen will be happy about it, and it's likely that more than one Family Center invite will be reluctantly accepted, but at least they won't be kept in the dark about what's going on. Anyone over the age of 25 who is a parent, guardian, or family member can invite a child to join Family Center. Only teenagers between the ages of 13 and 18 can join as the monitored party. Snapchat's terms and service says that kids younger than 13 can't join, and Snap Kids. Unfortunately, that is all the time we had for today. For more amazing tech news, make sure to like and follow the channel.